Hello and welcome to this episode of To the Point. I'm Neil Stanley, and today we're going to talk about how to assess strategic initiatives. I know this is a basic question, and many of you have much experience in terms of strategic issue assessment. But what we're going to do today is to think about this in terms of how to engage your executive team. You may have some people who are new to the executive team, and we want to make sure that we are asking the basic questions. You know, these basic questions of who, what, when, where, how, and why. But we also need to think about how do we know these things to be true? The things that are being presented, are they based on traditions, personal experience, reason, revelation, new ideas? What's happened in our world is there's so many new ideas today. And it's because technology has made the previously impossible possible. These four things actually are part of the Wesleyan quadrilateral. If you want to find out something interesting and new, Google Wesleyan quadrilateral, and I think you'll find it quite interesting. You need to think about the initiative and the expected impact. What difference does it make? Because people won't change until the pain exceeds the fear. Someone said this to me many years ago when I was launching my fintech, and I found it to be true. People won't change until the pain exceeds the fear. So what we have to do is think about our opportunities. What could go wrong? What if we are wrong? What are the likely and possible unintended consequences? These things are all critical to understanding the opportunity and the consequences of pursuing it. So, many years ago, I went to work for a family-owned banking company, and they had a checklist of strategic initiatives. I've updated a bit because a few things have changed over the years, but basically this is the same presentation that I received from them, and I wanted to share it with you today. The first thing we have to think about in our decision tree assessment is it desirable? And by who? Who wants this idea? Who wants the results of this? Is it the financial impact? Is it the impact on the people that are presenting this? Is it the people who are receiving this idea or part of the client base? Who is desiring this? And have we considered all the stakeholders? And then we need to think about what's feasible. It used to be that we had feasible first because we didn't want to spend our time on things that weren't possible. But now, because so many previously impossible things have become possible, it's still good to think about what's desirable first and then think, could we get it done with today's current technology? Do we need new technology to accomplish this? Then we need to think about stability. Do we get consistent results time and time again? Are we getting the things that we expect? Is it profitable? This basically means, is the value of the output greater than the value of the inputs? Are we generating value in the process? Is it scalable? So as we take the idea and expand on it, will there be economies of scale and size or diseconomies? Will we run out of limiting resources and only get so far with the idea? And lastly, as we expand this, is it optimal? Does the pursuit of this idea somehow take advantage of our resources in a way that limit us or expand us? So we only have so many resources available. We can only do so many strategic things at a time. So we want to do the things that give us the optimal, maximum positive results while using up the least amount of our limiting resources. So that makes it optimal. So ultimately, when we think about executive teams addressing strategic initiatives, they must know the problem deeply. We need to get a very diverse perspective. That's why I've always liked the organizations that have had broad, wide, diverse thinking in the leadership. We need to understand the context broadly, the impact, the environment, all the different things, the resources that we have to understand if we implement this, what are going to be the impacts? And then ultimately, we need to know the audience robustly. Everyone who's a stakeholder needs to be understood in terms of the impact this may make on them. Are they going to be celebrating and cheerleading the new initiative, or will they be on the sidelines, or maybe even worse, opponents to the idea? So I hope that you found this session to be helpful to you. I hope you share it with your colleagues and others that you might find You might think that they would find it interesting. I hope you find time to set up a meeting to meet with me about this or other matters. You can use my appointment app right here, the Calendly.com. And I want to thank you for participating in this episode of To The Point. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and set the notifications to on to all, and you will get future updates of To The Point. Until then, make it a great day.